Welcome to the Roger Report live on the entertainment side. Just saw the movie F1. Fantastic movie, plain and simple, y'all. Fantastic movie, plain and simple. This is a movie with a great dynamic between the young guy who wants to be a superstar. No one thinks he's necessarily a superstar, but he wants to be a superstar when it comes to the world of racing. And he's now dealing with an old veteran who has been in the world of racing, but had a different kind of story. So Damson Idris, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly, is playing Joshua Pierce, the rookie up and coming racer, and Brad Pitt plays Sonny Hayes, a veteran who had a different type of racing experience. He was a veteran, but he did run into some trouble because as a younger racer who was starting to blaze his own trail, he had one of those terrible accidents that kind of changed how things were going. So he was on his way, and he really believed that he could be a top guy, a guy who will make some history, a guy who would be much respected in the racing world. But due to a very bad accident on a risk that he took that did not play out the way he expected to play out, had a bad crash. And then he kind of left the racing world for a little while, for about 10 years. But then eventually he came back and did a little bit of racing, but did never became the star that he always expected himself to become when he was a youngster. Now, while this is going on, we have Carrie Condon, who played Kate, which is this. I don't know exactly what her position is, but she's like a head engineer or something. She has an integral part in building the actual race cars, and she's the first woman to hold this position. So she was in this spot looking to make some history. And she even said to herself, I got to prove my ex-husband wrong. Got to prove my science teacher wrong. Got to prove all these people wrong. I'm here to prove the world wrong that I can do this and I can handle this position. Not that the movie really focused on that part of it, but it was mentioned. And it was cool that it was mentioned. So a lot was going on, a lot was riding. And Brad Pitt, because he was in the racing world before, he got some friends in some high places, and he's now being recruited to come back into this racing world because a gentleman by the name of Ruben Cervantes is trying to basically save the racing division of this company. Okay, he's trying to save it. He wants what comes with it. People are looking to get rid of it. And if he don't save it right now, it's gone. It's gonna be sold. So there's a lot on the line here, whole lot on the line. And of course, like any great film, but this is based on real life. There was a lot of tension between the young gunner and the old veteran. Of course, the old veteran comes in with his experience. He's calling certain shots. He's doing certain things, and he's making certain things happen in certain ways, and it's rubbing the team the wrong way. Folks not necessarily believing in this guy, at least in the beginning. And I mean, tensions do flare up, y'all. I'm talking about we got people on the same racing team who are literally having accidents with each other, not just during practices or something like that. They crashing out in the races, y'all. Two team members are crashing in the race. So, how they felt about each other was getting to the track, y'all. And for a person like myself who does not watch Formula One racing, I truly appreciate how they told this story, y'all, because they pulled you in right away. And the way they gave you the information about the movie, people like myself who don't understand it, they was giving you enough information to pull you in the whole way so you can truly understand and kind of keep up with how things are going. So they made it for a racing fan. And I gotta say, they made it for people like myself who are not necessarily a racing fan. But they did a fantastic job. The casting was brilliant in this situation. You could feel the emotions coming from all sides in this situation. You understand the people have certain doubts. You understand a young man who's trying to make a name for himself. You understand the old veteran still chasing that dream to a certain degree of what he could have been in yesteryear. You understand the importance of racing to them as individuals. You understand, how both of them want to, somewhat leave their mark on the world, and this is the path that they've chosen to get out here to leave a mark. Y'all, this film was brilliant in every way. So I would definitely say rush out, go see this film. It's definitely should be on your to-do list, and it should be one of the top things on your to-do list. F1 was a fantastic movie. Now, it really made you feel enough like you were in the driver's seat that you can truly understand this particular film. Now, this film is listed as an action, and I guess there is action in the film, but I'm going to actually classify this as a drama because it was more of a drama to me, not necessarily an action film. And I'm going to give it the top spot of the dramas that I've seen this year. So F1 takes the top spot when it comes to the drama. Straw comes in at number 2. The Last Rodeo will come in at number 3. Now, if you like this type of content, make sure you like the video and make sure you subscribe to the channel because I will be putting stuff on this channel daily. Look for us. You will find us. Once again, this is the Roger Report Live. I'm the host. I'm Roger. I'm right. And I'm out.